The night was quiet, except for the soft hum of machines inside the Orion Deep Space Observatory. Far from the noisy cities of Earth, this place was built for one purpose: to listen. To listen to the whispers of the universe. Dr. Maya Collins sat alone in the control room, her eyes fixed on the screens glowing in front of her. She had been working late for weeks, tracking signals from distant stars. Tonight, something was different. Something was coming through that made her heart beat faster. The signal started as a faint pattern, like a heartbeat echoing through space. At first, it was just noise-random pulses that the computers tried to make sense of. But soon, the pattern grew clearer. It wasn't random. It was a message. Maya felt a chill. She called her assistant Raj over. "Look at this," she whispered. "It's not like anything we've seen before." Raj leaned in. "Is it? A signal?" "The solar system." "Farther than that," Maya said. "It's coming from the edge of the Andromeda Galaxy." The room grew quiet. The Andromeda Galaxy was over 2 million light-years away. No human signal had ever traveled that far. This was ... impossible. Maya pressed a button and sent the data to the Global Space Agency. Soon, experts from all over the world were watching. The same screens, trying to understand the message. The signal was a repeating pattern of pulses, simple but too organized to be natural. Then it changed. A series of strange symbols appeared on the screen, symbols no one had seen before. "Is this a language?" Raj asked. "Maybe," Maya said. "But it doesn't match any known code or language database." As hours passed, tension grew. The world was waiting. Was this the first contact? Was someone, or something, trying to reach out? Suddenly, the signal shifted again. A new message appeared. It was a warning. "Do not respond." The room gasped. Who was sending this message? And why warn not to reply? Maya looked at the screen, her mind racing. What if this was a trap? But what if it was a cry for help? Late at night, after everyone left, Maya made a decision. She sent a small reply back. Just a simple greeting. "Hello." The next morning, the observatory was buzzing. The reply had been sent and now they were waiting. Then, the unimaginable happened. A new signal arrived, far stronger, louder, and more complex. It was no longer just pulses. It was a sound, a deep, eerie tone that seemed to shake the very stars. Maya and her team stared at the screens, unable to look away. The message wasn't words or images. It was something else. Something alive. The entire galaxy was about to change. The next day, the whole world was watching the skies. The mysterious signal had changed everything. Scientists and military leaders gathered in high-security rooms, discussing the strange new message that had come back from the edge of the Andromeda Galaxy at the Orion Deep Space Observatory.
Doctor?
Maya Collins sat quietly in the control room, her eyes scanning the monitors for any new signs. The deep, eerie tone that had arrived after her simple hello reply still echoed in her mind. Suddenly, the biggest screen flickered, outside Earth's atmosphere. The darkness of space, something was moving, something no one had ever seen before. A strange, glowing object appeared just beyond the orbit of Mars. It was unlike any human spaceship or known satellite. The object pulsed with a light that seemed alive, almost breathing. Its shape was hard to describe, neither round nor angular, but fluid, shifting slowly like a creature made of glass and light. "Is that real?" Raj asked, standing behind Maya, his voice low. "It has to be," she whispered. News reports quickly spread worldwide. Governments declared a state of emergency. People looked up at the sky in fear and wonder. Military ships were sent to intercept, but the object did not react aggressively. Instead, it hovered silently, pulsing with an almost hypnotic rhythm. Inside the observatory, communication teams tried to establish a link. The glowing ship suddenly opened a channel. The room held its breath. But instead of words or images, the screen filled with scenes, images from a distant galaxy, broken planets, dying stars, and cities reduced to ruins. A voice, deep and calm but filled with sorrow, echoed through the speakers. "We warned you. Everyone froze. The warning was clear and terrifying. "Who are you?" Maya asked aloud, though the voice did not respond. The images shifted, showing civilizations destroyed. Entire solar systems erased. The message was not just a warning, it was a prophecy. Suddenly, the screen flickered, and the voice whispered again, "Do not ignore what comes next." The glowing ship slowly moved closer to Earth's orbit, its presence undeniable and overwhelming. Panic and confusion spread, but Maya felt a strange determination. This was bigger than fear. This was a call to action. The universe had sent a message. Now, humanity had to decide, listen and prepare, or ignore and face the unknown alone. Days passed, but the mysterious ship stayed near Earth, silently watching. Scientists from every country worked together, trying to understand the strange images and signals coming from it. The whole world waited for answers at the Orion Deep Space Observatory. Dr. Maya Collins and her team studied the data nonstop. The strange symbols and images were unlike any language humans knew. But slowly, patterns began to appear. One evening, Raj burst into the control room, excitement in his eyes. "We've made a breakthrough," he said. Maya looked up. "What did you find?" Raj pointed at the screen showing a series of pulsing symbols. "These are not just random signals. They are a coda message." The message told a story of a civilization that once lived far away in the galaxy where the signal had started. This civilization had been advanced, peaceful, and full of life. But something terrible had happened. They called it the Dever. It was a dark force that came from the depths of space, consuming stars, planets, and entire solar systems. Nothing could stop it. The civilization sent the SOS message as a warning, and a desperate plea for help before they vanished. Maya's heart sank. "So, it's coming here?" Raj nodded grimly. "That's what the message suggests. The Devourer moves from galaxy to galaxy, and now our galaxy is next." The room grew silent. The threat was bigger than anyone had imagined. They had only just begun to understand the danger. Meanwhile, the strange ship near Earth sent another signal this time, images of the Devourer itself. It was a massive dark shape, twisting through space like a living shadow, swallowing everything. In its path, scientists warned that no weapons known to humans could stop it. The only hope was to understand it better and find a new way to fight. Maya looked at the stars outside. The peaceful night sky suddenly felt like a battlefield. The warning was clear: prepare for the unknown. The sky was darker than usual. Across the galaxy, stars began to dim, slowly disappearing one by one. Planets vanished without warning. Scientists watched in horror as the signs grew clearer. The Devourer had arrived at the Orion Deep Space Observatory. Panic filled the air. Dr. Maya Collins and her team worked frantically, trying to track the dark shape moving closer to their galaxy. It was enormous, larger than anything seen before. Black mass that swallowed light itself. The Devourer wasn't just a natural space phenomenon. It was alive. It moved like a giant shadow, consuming everything in its path. Entire star systems disappeared, leaving behind nothing but empty darkness. The strange alien ship that had arrived near Earth sent a new message. This time, it was a warning and a plea. "We cannot stop it with weapons," the message said. "The Devourer feeds on destruction. It is not a machine. It is a force of nature, enchant and unstoppable." World leaders gathered in emergency meetings. Military forces prepared their best weapons. But everyone knew it might not be enough. Maya stood with Raj, looking at the data. "How do we fight something that can't be destroyed?" Raj asked quietly. Maya shook her head. "We need to understand. At first, there has to be another way." As the Devourer drew closer, strange things began to happen on Earth. Power grids flickered. Time seemed to bend in some places. People reported seeing visions, flashbacks of worlds lost to the darkness. The alien ship's lights pulsed faster, as if trying to communicate urgency. Maya realized they needed to listen carefully. The battle was not just in space, but also in the mind, with no time to lose. She gathered her team. "We must learn everything about the Devourer before it reaches us," she said. "This is not just a fight for Earth, it's a fight for the entire galaxy." The countdown had begun. Devourer was coming. The world was in chaos. News of the Devourer's approach spread like wildfire. Panic gripped every nation, every city. But amid the fear, hope began to flicker on unexpected chants from beyond the stars. One morning, a new signal came through. The observatory's deepest receivers was unlike any before, complex, layered, and unmistakably intelligent. The glowing alien ship near Earth opened a communication channel once again. This time, the voice was clearer, less mysterious. "We are the Zalari," it said. "We have fought the Devourer before." Zalari were an ancient alien race, small in number, but powerful in technology. Their home galaxy had also faced the Devourer years ago, and they barely survived the Dark Force's hunger. "We escaped," the Zalari continued, "and now we have come to warn you. Your time is short." Maya and her team listened closely. The Zalari explained that their weapons, no matter how advanced, could not destroy the Devourer. It was a force of nature, consuming energy and life. But there was a plan. It's a desperate, dangerous plan. "We need to unite," the Zalari said. "Only by combining our strengths can we stand a chance." The Zalari offered advanced technology, a kind of shield that could protect entire planets from the Dark Force's pull. But it was incomplete. To complete the shield, they needed a pilot. Someone brave enough to enter the heart of the Devourer itself and activate the device from inside. Maya felt the weight of the request. "Why does it have to be a living being? Why can't your machines do it?" The Zalari's voice was grave. "The core of the Devourer is beyond machines. It is alive in a way you do not understand. Only a living mind can survive and control the shield from within." Earth's leaders were hesitant. The mission sounded like a suicide. But with the Devourer closing in, hope was scarce. Maya looked at Raj. "Someone has to do this." Raj swallowed hard. It's madness. Meanwhile, teams of scientists and soldiers worked day and night, merging human and Zalari technology. The alliance was fragile, built on trust and fear. Old rivalries between nations seemed small compared to this shared enemy. In secret meetings, the Zalari shared their knowledge of the Devourer's patterns. It moved like a storm, unpredictable and destructive. Time inside it twisted and bent, confusing the senses. The pilot would face not just physical danger, but mental battles as well. Maya's mind raced. Who could survive such a mission? And why had the alien ship arrived near Earth only after her team sent the first reply? One thing was clear. This was more than a battle. It was a test of courage and unity. The world held its breath as preparations began for a journey no one had dared to imagine. The world waited, but the decision was not easy. Many volunteered, but no one was sure who could face the terrifying unknown inside the Dever. Dr. Maya Collins stood silently in a quiet room, watching the holographic images of the Devourer's swirling core. The darkness seemed endless, twisting, time and space like a storm. She knew one thing clearly: this mission would change everything. The Zalari had chosen someone. It was Maya's own assistant, Raj Patel. Raj was young, brilliant, and brave. But this mission was more than any training could prepare for. Maya watched as Raj prepared. His face was calm, but his eyes held questions no one could answer. "Are you ready?" Maya asked gently. Raj nodded. "Have to be, for Earth, for the galaxy." The alien ship fitted Raj with advanced technology and interface that would connect his mind to the shield device, allowing him to control it from inside the Devourer. But it was risky. The interface could affect his perception of reality. Time could stretch or collapse. His mind might be trapped forever. The launch day arrived. A special spacecraft, a fusion of human and Zalari technology, stood ready on the launch pad. It was designed to enter the Devourer and deliver the shield device to its core. Raj stepped inside. Maya's heart pounded. Good luck, she whispered. The spacecraft launched into the darkness. Outside, stars blurred as the ship sped toward the black shape that was the Devourer. Inside the ship, Raj felt the strange effects immediately. Time slowed, then sped up. Despair spent in impossible ways. Voices whispered in his mind some warnings. Some memories, some ... unknown. He faced visions of lost civilizations, entire planets consumed by darkness. It was as if the Devourer was alive, feeding on fear and hope alike. Raj struggled to focus on his mission. The shield device glowed softly in his hands, waiting to be activated. The further he went, the more intense the mental battle became. The Devourer tried to confuse him, to trap his mind in endless loops. But Raj remembered Maya's words. The hope of everyone watching from Earth, with every step closer to the core, fought harder, not just to survive, but to save the galaxy. Finally, he reached the heart of the Devourer. The shield device activated. A burst of light exploded in the darkness, pushing back the shadows. Raj's mind trembled, but he held on. Outside, the galaxy shuddered. The Devourer screamed, but it did not stop. The battle was far from over. The heart of the Devourer was a place unlike anything Raj had ever imagined. Time folded over itself. Shadows whispered secrets in languages no one had spoken for millions of years. It was a dark storm, alive with hunger and rage. Raj's hands trembled as he held the shield device. The glowing light from the device pushed against the crushing darkness, creating a small bubble of safety around him. But the Devourer was not just a force of destruction. As Raj focused, a voice echoed inside his mind. It was not angry or cruel, but sad, ancient, and tired. "I am trapped," the voice said. "I am the Devourer, but I am also a prisoner." Raj's mind raced. The Devourer was not a monster, but a being caught in endless pain, consumed by forces beyond its control. "Help me," the voice pleaded. "Set me free." Raj hesitated. To destroy the Devourer might end the danger, but it could also destroy whatever life remained inside it. He had to make a choice. Destroy the creature and save the galaxy, or free it and risk everything. Memories flooded Raj, visions of civilizations lost, and the cost of war and survival. The Devourer was a victim as much as a threat. With a deep breath, Raj reached out with the shield's power. Instead of destroying, he tried to heal, to free the trapped consciousness from its prison. Light exploded across the darkness. Devourer's form began to change. The hunger lessened. The shadows softened. Outside, in space, stars flickered back to life. The dark shape shrank, losing its terrifying power. Raj's body ached, and his mind fought to hold on. He was connected to the shield, and through it, connected to the Devourer itself. The choice was working. But then, sudden shock hit him, a surge of energy, trying to pull him into the darkness forever. "Fight." Maya's voice echoed in his mind, the only anchor to reality. Raj gritted his teeth and pushed back. The light grew stronger. The Devourer's prison was breaking. Suddenly, silence. Raj opened his eyes. The darkness was gone. The stars shone brightly again. The galaxy was safe for now. The darkness had lifted. The stars shone again, brighter than ever. The Devourer's shadow no longer haunted the galaxy. Raj returned to Earth, forever changed. By his journey through the heart of the ancient force at the Orion Deep Space Observatory, Dr. Maya Collins waited anxiously. When the spacecraft finally landed, the world held its breath. Raj stepped out, tired but alive. His eyes held the weight of what he had seen and the hope he had brought back. "The Devourer is no longer a threat," Raj said quietly to the waiting crowd and cameras, "but it taught us something important. The universe is full of mysteries. Some are dangers, some are cries for help." The Zalari thanked humanity for their courage and promised to share more knowledge to help protect. The galaxy leaders across Earth began to talk about uniting, not just for one battle, but for the future. The Devourer's arrival was a warning that no one could face alone. But even as peace returned, Maya noticed something strange. The alien ship near Earth still pulsed softly in orbit, watching, waiting. Raj looked at the stars one night and whispered, "This is only the beginning." The galaxy had been shaken, but it was alive and full of possibilities. The signal had started it all, and now humanity was ready for what came next.